You are back to the best show online. You know what it is. Seattle Connected, the show that connects you. Who? The people. With entrepreneurs, movers and shakers, business people in our community who are letting you know about them before they become household names, which we know they soon will be. With me, I'm going to tell you who's with me. I brought 3 friends of mine. These ladies got style. They got class. They put that work in. They out there getting their physical exercise in, and it's mental as well. Plus, they're entrepreneurs and they're putting in work in our community, which we so deserve and we love. Please give it up for the Ducth Divas.
Yes,
yes, ladies. Thank you for
Absolutely.
showing up. How was the intro? I ask everybody. How's the?
Oh, it was absolutely fantastic.
Well, thank you. You know, like my mom always said, you got to treat your guests right when they come over and, you know, let them know your home is their home.
Absolutely.
Right?
Good Southern hospitality.
Of course. How'd you know? She was from the South, too. My mom and my dad.
Absolutely.
Yes. So welcome, guys. Now, do you guys, how long have all you guys known each other? Like, did you guys go to school together or how'd you meet?
Well, Angie and I grew up together. We weren't like best friends, but we went to, was it middle school?
We went to middle school.
Middle
we went
school
to South
together.
Shore Elementary.
South Shore.
Yeah.
South Shore Junior High.
Well, yeah,
Middle
South
school.
Shore. South
Gotcha.
Shore. Middle school, not
Yeah.
elementary, but you know. Yeah.
South
Yeah.
Shore.
South Shore.
Okay. And
I'm 17 and I met Miss Angie.
okay, Miss Angie. I like that.
I met Miss Angie in the 6th grade.
Yeah.
She was my mentor for an organization called My Sister / Brother's Keeper.
Okay.
And from there, I just been, Miss Angie, where are we going? What's next?
That's what's up. I like that. Miss
Absolutely.
Angie.
Absolutely.
Miss Angie, so when did your Double Dutch journey start? Was this childhood or
Well,
recent?
I used to watch Double Dutch, but I was a little bit insecure about my weight or whatnot. And
Okay.
so I knew how to Double Dutch. I saw the concept and everything. I saw that it was joyful and fun and everything like that.
She used to watch me and my friends.
Yeah, that was Jamila. They
I
would
was the
jump.
one that was jumping.
I would be the one hanging out with my friends, just talking, chopping it up. But I would always look to, see that I wasn't a sports person. I was like
Right.
not trying to do basketball or whatnot, and I just felt like it was too much for me, or I was shy, and people would look at me if I failed, then they would laugh or whatnot. And Double Dutch back in the day was more of a competitive sport where if you got in the ropes, you better handle business.
Yeah.
If you mess up, they're about to be like,
You're out of here.
you're out of there.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not doing that, because if I'm doing it, I'm moving everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Or if I mess up, then I'm going to be looked at like a failure. So I didn't want that. But I saw that everybody else knew how to do it, and I didn't really see too many people messing up or whatnot. I could have been a turner, but I was, the motivation wasn't there. I didn't have anybody to say, you got this, you could do this, or, man, Angie, it's not that hard, so I just needed somebody to, tell me, you got this, Angie.
And you
So.
do.
And I do have this, but, just with me being shy or whatnot, and I was like more of a attention, like the attention, I was like a class clown or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Where with me being as funny as I am, if I got in there, I was the joke. You know what I'm saying? And if I messed up. So I looked at it like it was a sport that you had to be a perfectionist at. That's just how I looked at it when I watched it on TV, the competitions and everything. And as long as they're doing good, then they get all the acknowledgement. And then as soon as somebody messes up, then it's like you're out of there. The kids will be crying and everything like that. And I didn't want that.
No.
I didn't want that.
Who needs that? And what about you, Jamila?
Well, I started doing Double Dutch in elementary school. Like I probably maybe 1st, 2nd grade. So I was the one going to all the competitions. We had teams for our school, just like you have basketball teams, football teams. We had our Double Dutch teams. So my friends and I, every recess, we would grab the ropes. We're in the ropes. We're doing our thing. On the weekends, go to the dead end, go to the park. It's always jumping, always. If you aren't on a bike, you're doing Double Dutch. So I did that all the way up through, I believe, through middle school, high school, and everybody just kind of did their own thing. It wasn't really a thing. You joined your school teams for I started doing track and field and stuff like that.
Okay.
So then got back with Angie probably around 2021, I think.
Yeah. It was during COVID. I wasn't the competitive. I just wanted to make a living for me and my family. You know, I was more of the one where I woke myself up to go to school. My mom worked overnight. You know, my dad, he was a painter. My brother did his own thing. So my motivation was to graduate, get good grades. There's some parents that make you do sports. I didn't have anybody to make me do sports. So my thing is I don't want to depend on nobody to help me pay my bills. I'm going to help my family grow, and I don't want to see nobody struggle. And so that's where my mind frame was, thinking about what I was going to be growing up, you know? So I had a whole different mind frame. It wasn't a negative mind frame, but it was just something not sports oriented or whatnot. I didn't even have any money to do sports or buy sports clothes or, you know, travel.
That's up.
It is what it is.
And you, Miss Melanie?
Okay, so in elementary school, I was taught how to turn ropes, but I never really had the courage to get in the ropes.
Okay.
Until Miss Angie, so my godparents opened up a coffee shop, and then Miss Angie started coming around, was like, yeah, we're just gonna turn here, we're gonna turn here. And then it took my mom and Miss Angie and my godmom to force me in the ropes.
Okay.
And
tough love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was in like 2021 as well. And since then, I've been in ropes, turning, just doing it all.
You always want to be in the ropes.
Right.
Now,
Can't get her out.
Right. And it's not, so when you're trying to encourage somebody to get in the ropes, you're not like, just get in the ropes. If they say they don't want to double dutch, then fall back a little bit and let them see what's, you know, what the concept is or whatnot. But I feel like everybody just needs a push, because every time we're double dutching, it's like, oh, I can't do that. Or I haven't done that in over 20 years. Or I'm 40 something years old and I'm like, well, I'm 46. You still got this. Or if it's a young teenager and they're like, oh, I don't know how to do that, I don't want to do it. And I'm like, just try. Just give it one chance. And I promise you, it's going to be like a whole field trip. And they're like, I don't know. And I'm like, okay, you know, and then they'll be watching and I see them watching and I'll go back over and I say, I see you watching. You want to just try it one time. And they're like, all right. And then as they're doing it, you let them know. You give them all that direction of what to do, and just calm down, because when you're in there, your heart starts racing. Then you're all over the place. You let them know, just calm down, relax. And then they're still jumping though. And you're just giving them directions as they're jumping. And then they trust you. That's where the trust comes in, you know? And then when they get out the ropes, they're like, oh my God, I cannot believe I did that. Or the parents are like, I can't believe my 2-year-old knows how to jump.
Yeah.
Or I never knew my 5-year-old knew how to jump. That's because you never asked or you never tried it.
Yeah.
Just try to do something you've never done before.
Yeah,
and it works out.
And it works out. And you know what I've noticed just from the outside? It seems like it's a culture.
Absolutely.
You know, it seems like it's a culture where I've seen people from every ethnic background you can think of, every age, like you were saying. They could be 2, they could be 60. And then it's almost like this club where it's like, oh, you jump, I jump, you turn, I turn.
Absolutely.
And then you'll see someone who might have been timid at first, they get the courage to jump, and then their friend wants to jump because they jumped. And then it's like, I noticed that you guys embrace everybody. Like all the events that I've seen you guys at, it really stood out that it was a community vibe. Like you weren't discriminating against anyone who was standing by. It's come on, let's go. Everyone's welcome.
Yeah.
So what made you want to take it to like another level as far as like with the Double Dutch Divas? I like that name.
So
Divas.
During COVID, it was like stay at home. You know what I'm saying? And social distancing. And I work for Seattle Public Schools. So we actually, before we did the homeschool or whatnot, there was no school. It was just like, there was nothing for a second. And so, of course, being at home, you know, and I don't mind as a devil's playground, but at the same time, if you have a positive mind, then you're, instead of you thinking like, I'm going to call and bother somebody, you're like, I'm going to figure out life. You know what I'm saying? And so I know I have different employments, but I'm trying to figure out, what do I want to, I want to do something different. I don't want to make t-shirts. I don't want to sell plates. Yeah, I want to do something active because I was like addicted to going to go work out, right? And being on the treadmill for 5 minutes drives me crazy, but I love to double dutch. So anyways, it's like, well, let's go outside. Well, what is there to do outside? Now, I'm also in Girl Trek. So Girl Trek, we walk. It's a walking, Black woman organization. But I want to do something different. What do I want to do? And I'm trying to think. And so, me and my friends, my other half, we're all talking. We're chit-chatting. We're pillow talking. We're just having conversations. I'm bringing certain things up. They're saying, giving feedback. And so in the meantime, I'm like, well, let's go down to the water. The water, peace of mind, let's bring some music therapy. We bring music everywhere we go.
Everywhere.
Yes.
We have to.
Notice that.
We have to. Like if we're double dutching with no music, it will drive me crazy.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. I'll be like, where is it at?
Yeah.
But so we ended up doing that. So as we're down there, people are walking by. And the interest, if you're interested in doing this, come try it. Don't just walk by. You know what I'm saying? Because then you walk by and it's that shoulda, coulda, woulda. I wish I could have done that. What I'm doing for other people and what I want my crew, what we're doing for other people is inviting them to do something they've never done before, because I was yearning for that growing up. I needed somebody to ask me to do this so that I can engage in some type of activity that I've never done before. So as they're doing that, of course, we're not just going to ask Black people. We're not just going to ask kids. We're not just going to ask girls. Whoever is looking, get over here.
Yeah.
Because you're looking because you want to do it. Come on.
Yeah.
And you're like,
You're invited.
Come on. I want people to grow up or get older and be like, I did this and Ducth Divas taught us. Just like stats, right? Mm-hmm. That's if Jamila let them know who that's just an organization where they, incorporated physical fitness for a younger age group and then they grew up. It's like a role model. So we're role models to not just kids, we're role models to each other. We don't compete with each other, we compete with ourselves. We just want to be better than we were yesterday.
There you go. Jamila, how does it feel to be a role model?
Well,
she's like,
I don't think of myself as a role model. If people look at me that way, that's fine.
Yeah.
I live my life in a way where if someone watches what I do, I'm not embarrassed about it. So helping others has always been something that I've wanted to do since I was a kid. I'm the youngest of 3, so I was the one that was always getting help. So now I'm the one that's out helping people. And I'm also a personal trainer, so it's just my nature. It's my job. And then working with Angie and working with the kids. And it's just something that's in me to be able to do and to want to do.
Nice.
Has to be genuine.
Has to be genuine. How many kids would you say that you guys have worked with?
Oh my goodness. We're all through Seattle Public Schools.
Look, I was about to say, how many people's in the world?
Okay. All right.
Oh my gosh.
I could say we're nationwide, baby. It's like, no, it has been because, see, we're also partnered with Launch, which is an after-school program. With Seattle Public Schools, so it's elementary. Yeah. And so we do the after-school programs for basically majority of all of the Seattle elementary schools, right?
Dope.
And then besides that, wherever we go, if we're at a football game, we're wherever we go,
Angie
we pull them out.
The ropes.
We're pulling them out in the car.
Everywhere.
If we're at the grocery store, when we go out of town, as soon as we get off the airport, baby, we're in the parking lot. Yeah, we're getting it in because it's just like it's in us. Sometimes even when we went to Las Vegas, we're on the Strip. They thought we was out there trying to make money, and I'm like, no. Yeah. We're just out here, And so it's just it's motivational. It's like when I'm feeling a certain kind of way, it's like for me, it's and I want to vent. I vent to my double Dutch ropes. Yeah. It gives me a peace of mind. It's like people go to the water and breathe. Some people meditate. Some people pray. I double Dutch. Yeah. So
that's what's up. Now,
but to answer your question, we can't even give you the number, but it's a lot because pop-ups is unlimited kids and they come, they don't give us a break. We be sweating and everything. Yeah. They're like, no breaks, all gas, no breaks. Yeah. Yeah, and it's just a wonderful thing to know that these kids, when you say, go play basketball, they're like, my tummy hurts. You be like, go double dutch. They're like, boom.
Yep, okay.
They're in line and everything,
Yeah.
you know, so.
Ready
That's
to go.
why we have to bring, then when you see us, you see a crew of people.
Yeah, man.
Because we need to give ourselves breaks sometimes because the ropes are always turning.
Yeah.
You know, so like when we do the launch program, we're there for an hour and a half. And, you know, those kids, they're in the ropes.
Right.
So we have to have someone to say, hey, can you turn for a minute? I'll go play with the kids over here or something like that. So
They're ready to go.
we don't get a break.
No.
They love it.
Now, Angie, what were you saying about you're involved with, you said Girls Trek?
Girl Trek. It's Girl Trek.
What's that about?
So when we first started, it's a walking organization, but so we don't just say it's just because it's magnificent. It's national. And so Vanessa and Morgan are the founders of Girl Trek, and it's a Black woman organization. So as long as you walk for 30 minutes, you get out, you can go walk to your car, walk to the mailbox, walk back and forth or whatnot. It's just a motivational way to get out and do something physical, and which is walking. And so I've been in Girl Trek since 2015. And I got, it's national, so we do the stress protest. We go to Colorado. And I brought back like an award for like the life of the party for Seattle.
Okay.
I don't know how I got that award.
Life of the party. Oh man, life of the party. Oh, this sounds like a conversation we'll have to have off
it's like
camera.
You don't even recognize
I don't know
who you
how.
are.
They looking at me like, we'll talk later.
No,
life
it's
of
just-
the party.
No, we do
wink.
the parades. We did,
Yeah.
we do the Emoji Festival for, the parades. And I'm looking at it like, okay, so how are they going to hear us? Well, I got to get the megaphone. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Girl Trek. And so I think that my field in life is not to be loud and heard or whatnot. But, and I'm shy. I'm super shy. But my thing is that if you love doing something that what you love to do, you're gonna voice it and you're gonna be loud about it, and you want people to acknowledge what it is that you are putting out there. And Girl Trek is a wonderful organization. And if they don't know what it's about, then they're gonna go on to the next. But they need to know that if you just get out and you walk for 30 minutes a day, you are Girl Trek. If you are genuinely wanting to do something physical and healthy, because health is wealth.
One more time.
Health is wealth. Believe that. Trust and believe.
Yeah.
You don't want to get at a certain age and the doctor tell you that you have to do what? Lose weight. Because it's a stress.
Or be on 15 medications. And...
Right. And it's health is like like you might die if you don't do this. And it's a stress thing. If somebody tells me I need to lose some weight in a certain amount of time, I'm probably going to gain the weight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you just make it a habit of getting up, drinking your water, walking, doing some type of exercise, you know what I'm saying? And just manifest greatness, then best believe you're going to be great. If you manifest that it's going to be a bad day, most likely it's going to be a bad day. So you just got to, be positive, have an open mind and be positive and just think about life and think about future and what you want to do. And if you know that you want to be great in life, you're going to do something that involves being great. And to me, Double Dutch is not just a sport. It's a team-oriented organization. You're meeting people that you've never met before. You're re-meeting people, you know what I'm saying, that you probably haven't seen in a long time. And then there's women I'm like, girl, you better sweat. They're like, I don't want to sweat. I'm like, girl, you better go sweat. That's what showers are for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, oh no, I'm too thick. Girl, you better shake that and jiggle. It's nothing because once you get confident in your body, it makes you a better person. It makes you happy on the inside and outside. You know what I'm saying? And then other people, like I'm telling you, it brings out a different personality if you just open up and just be natural and organic, like just be regular and be yourself. You'll figure out something about yourself that you don't even know.
This is true.
So and when we do Double Dutch, we also give kids options because it's not just you're going to Double Dutch. If you're not going to Double Dutch, you're doing nothing. We have hula hoops, we have skip-its, we have pogo sticks. It's like the kids be like, I don't want to go home. You know, when they come to the after school programs, the parents now come in to get their kids. They used to be like, just meet me at the car.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're coming in, they're video recording their kids.
The fun. Ooh,
and they're happy. They're like, I did not know my kid was in here doing this. And it's not a girls sport only. It's boys, girls, kids,
everybody.
Men be jumping in and popping at them.
We get the teachers going.
It's everybody. And
everybody.
it's just like, they thank us afterwards.
Yeah.
It's like, thank you for pushing me to be great.
Yeah.
And I love that. And I'm prone to just helping people. I want to help people. It's always been in my nature to help. You know, I'm working for Seattle Public Schools, and I've been in Seattle Public Schools since 2011 in the special ed department. Okay. I've had a student since he's been in kindergarten, and he's a senior this year. So I'm like his school mom, and I'm still going to go on to the transition where it's just a year after high school, just to prepare them for life. Yeah. But that's just, I've always had a knack for doing that. Worked for Seattle Parks and Rec as a rec leader, was the director at the Tukwila Community Center, and for SeaTac. Yeah. So I've always loved, you know, being with kids and talking to them because they feel open to talk to me. And it's not like if they're like, oh, I hate my mom. And I'm like, I'm not going to be like, I'm going to keep that from your mom. I'm just going to tell you, don't hate your mom. Because my kids probably feel the same way about me. No. But it takes a village. No, I promise you, because they see me being happy and go lucky with other kids, and then when I'm talking to them, I'm talking about don't be late to class. You know, just being a mom. You gotta get on them sometimes. Yeah, but if you were to talk to my son, you know what I'm saying, and he's like, oh, I wish somebody would have told me that. Your mom told you that like several times, but they hear what they want to hear. They have selective memory, they have selective hearing, all that. So we have to be, it's not that I love on other kids more than I love on my kid, but my direction with my kid is you're going to do that homework. You're going to do these chores. You're not going nowhere. Right. I don't tell these other kids because they don't live with me. Yeah. You know, so.
It takes a village.
It does. It really does. And I think that's dope that, you know, you actually take time out for other kids out there, because as good as you can raise your own kids, unfortunately, every kid isn't coming from that same type of household, you know? So I think it's important for us to get back to those old school values where it's like, if you see a kid doing something wrong, you know, you check them, you know, and it's coming from a good place. And those are the things that they'll remember years from now. And then they'll be able to give certain guidance and wisdom and just, you know, love to some other kids coming up and so on and so forth. So I think we need to get away from, well, I ain't going to say nothing to them, but I'm going to be videotaping and I'm going to text, ooh, I was at the store, girl, and this kid, he was there. Then not my kid. I would have, you know, because sometimes kids will act in a certain way where they want that guidance.
Absolutely.
You know, and they just don't know how to ask for it.
Yes.
You know,
I could see kids in the store and they're like, no, mommy, shut up. And I'm like, hey, don't talk to your mom like that. And the mom looks at me like, thank you, Jesus. Right. And the kid be like, huh? I don't even know you. And be looking at the mom, and the mom be like, you better listen to her, you know? So it is what it is. And like, teamwork makes a dream work. I say that every day, all day. I wake up saying that teamwork makes a dream work. You can help me fix my crown, and I am not going to hate you for it. Just don't do it in a vulgar way. Like,
preach. That's real. Now, Jamila, have you worked with kids that were really shy and really timid, and then they just came out their shell after, you know, you spent some time with them? Is that often? Oh,
That happens a lot, especially when we go to the after school programs with Launch in Seattle. There'll be kids that may just sit back and watch for the first week or two. And they don't want to, like, I don't know how to juggle, I don't want to, or they won't even look you in the eye. They see all their friends having fun. We still engage with them. When we first meet the kids, every day that we're there, we ask them, how was your day? How was your weekend? Thumbs up, thumbs down, you know, talk. We want to get to know you guys. Talk to us. How's the family doing? You have any pets? You know? Yeah. So we really want to get to know them. And when they see that we're someone who cares and we talk to them, then they'll be more apt to follow along with what we're doing and join in. And, you know, remember there was this one girl who all she would do was have her head, she's an amazing artist. I looked at some of the things that she was drawing. I was like, you are really, really good. She's like, oh, thank you. Still not looking me in the eye.
Yeah.
But then the next week we come in and she's joining in with the other kids. She wants to get in the ropes.
Yeah.
She's having fun, so it's really about the time that we put in with the kids. They see us all the time. I'm out with like my family, maybe at a park or something, and I see some kids that I've done with launch, and they're like, hey, it's the Double Dutch Divas, And if Angie was there, she'd be like, get the ropes. Let's go.
Get the ropes.
I remember.
Go. Get the ropes. Come on.
But yeah, we're a part of the community now.
Yes.
People were recognized. People see us. The kids see us. They run up, give us hugs. Their parents are like, who is this person you're hugging?
Right. Right.
real.
So yeah,
And
it's
awkward.
really fun.
It's awkward because when I'm with my friends and we're hanging out and I just see like 5 kids and all you hear is Miss Melanie. And I'm like, okay. And all my friends are looking at me and then their parents are like, who are you?
Yeah.
Because they're literally running and like hugging me. And I'm like, hey. And I know all their names and their parents are like, okay, so we're the cops. They're like, Mom,
Stranger danger.
it's Miss Melanie from Double Dutch Divas. And I'm like, hi. And my friends are just like, okay, are we done?
Right, can we go?
But
then
that's good though.
That's
real quick,
wonderful.
Melanie, you have to make sure what you do that you're staying on your P's and Q's around your friends and in the community because there's some little kid that's going to come up and recognize you.
Right.
You can't be out there wilding out
Yeah.
because somebody's going to be watching
Remember
you.
that.
Isn't that amazing?
Come
how
on,
that
Miss
works?
Melanie.
Right.
Remember that, girl.
Right, I be
They
like
watching.
the paparazzi.
Everybody's watching.
They're
Everybody.
watching. Paparazzi, stalkerazzi. People
Right.
are always watching.
And
Always.
I always say a lot of times, because there's trolls out here. There's people that want to see not your best, but see you fall, see your flaws, see everything. So I remember the tabloids, and I used to be like, man, I would hate to live the life like that. But I feel like right now, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when we're out here in public, but the thing about Double Dutch Divas is we're so genuine. It's not even hard to just be like, be at your best. Yeah. Don't do this, that, or the other. Because the way that we are in real life, that's how we are.
That's how we are.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not like we put on a whole outfit to go do Double Dutch Divas, and then after that it's like them damn kids.
Yeah, you just
I can't stand them kids. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And or before we go do Double Dutch, oh my God, let me drink a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
And let me hurry up and do this
Don't
or
get so
whatever.
close to me.
Yeah,
Don't
like
touch me.
get out of here.
talk to
You
me.
want to give me a hug? They be like, can I take a picture? You be like, oh my God, get over here.
Yeah.
And take
All right,
this
just
picture.
take the picture.
We be like, selfie.
Yeah.
Boop, boop, boop. It's just like, so, and the people, they see it.
Right.
They see it. I could be so hot. Man, this summer was super hot and I'm sweating and a student is just not getting it. And I'm like, they're like, and then the parent over there is like, my kid wants to go. They got 3 turns and I'm looking like, hold up. And I'm like, do it one more time. Come on, you got this. You got this. Because the kid, and we know,
Yeah.
they're about to get it. They're about to get it. Like, when they're about to get it because you know what just happened. Because I'm telling you, it's really like a profession. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be like, oh, we'll say, do you know how to turn? They be like, I know how to turn. And I'm like, oh my God. Well, you have to really know how to turn, and then they're turning, and then they're not catching it. The kid be looking at the turner.
Knowing how to turn and knowing how to teach someone while turning is two different things.
But
and
people be like, I know how to do it, and I'm like and I be like, no, you might
You know how to turn for adults, but you don't know how to turn for a kid.
We can't have no double looping.
Okay, come on, Miss Melanie.
Because
break it down.
for a kid, they might not jump as high, so you kind of have to get down to the level and like swoop the ropes real fast under their feet. Or they might jump real high and you got to be like, okay.
Turn super slow.
Like your arms are like, okay, one rope went.
Rhythm to it.
Now you're going to turn the other rope.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's time for this one. Like, you just have to, after the first like 2 turns, you really get to know how the kid jumps. So that's how you know how to like turn the ropes and how
it is a process.
You're turning for the person in the middle. They're not jumping for you. You're turning for them.
Absolutely.
Wait.
Yes,
One more time, Miss Melanie.
yes, honey.
You're The turners are turning for the jumper. The jumper's not turning for the jumper's not jumping for the turner.
Okay.
Yes.
So you just have to really understand how fast or how slow the person is going. It's not about you. It's about the person in the middle of the ropes.
Come on.
How old is she again?
Man, I be telling her, I be like, you're youth, but you're grown, but you're not.
Man.
You can't put her in a grown position. But
No.
I be like, she's
That's
so
real.
mature. And like she said, from 6th grade, my sister's keeper, she was like, we would have, say your name. What do you plan on doing? And she's like this with her hood on. And I'm like, Melanie, you got to open up. And she's like, I know. And then we would ask another question and she just wouldn't say anything. And I'm like, Melanie, come on, you got to open up. You're so bomb. Like you have a lot of potential. You have a lot of potential. Man, before the next month, she's like, da, 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 da. And I'm like, 1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
Yeah.
It's time to. And she's like, okay, I just have one more thing to say. And I'm like, but that's what we want. So we want leaders. We don't want to shy you out. Don't shy yourself out, because I grew up shy, but I had so much potential, but it stayed inside me. You know what I'm saying? Until I felt comfortable to let it out, because I silenced myself for many different reasons that, you're like, oh, if I say this, then it's going to be an argument and I don't want to argue. Or if I say this and speak up for myself, then I'm not going to have any friends. You know what I'm saying? So, man, be your own friend. You know what I'm saying? And have self-confidence. And that's what it's all about. We're giving kids hope. You know what I'm saying? We're giving families closeness, because now families come out and see their kids at certain events. And then we're at certain events. So it's giving us a peace of mind. If I didn't have Ducth Divas and if we weren't a team, we have a whole team chat. Look, we be chatting. You know what I'm saying? So we built
Melanie,
we have built friendships. You know what I'm saying? And we go eat together. We don't just, some of us just see each other during events, but if I wasn't at an event, I would be at home watching Lifetime for Women.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? And so now I'm outside.
Yeah.
For a positive reason, not just being outside, not doing nothing, driving the car, wasting gas, So it's a positive, it's a family, it's family oriented.
We try, we've had people that have come to work with us that don't see the vision, and they're not like about the community. They don't want to hang out. They don't, they're not super positive with the kids. Yeah. And it's not like Angie really has to fire anyone. It's just like they see it's not meshing well, and they just kind of weed themselves
doesn't align
out.
With your vision of
it's just not right for us. And it's like the group that we have now. Like
super fire.
I'd be excited to see all
I know.
I'm like, oh, that's okay. I'm ready. Yeah. They'd be like, are you coming to work? I'd be like, yeah, I'll come. And then I see everyone there. I'm like, okay, all my friends are here.
That's what's up.
Well, we work 7 days. We work 7 days, Monday through Sunday. Some days it's like 2 sessions. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, Jamila be like, can you please I need to know, because I need to get my schedule together. But I'm like, it's to have a business, it's fun, but the back door is like, it's a lot in my mind. I'm like, I'm trying to satisfy my crew. If I tell them the whole thing, some people forget. If I tell them a week in advance, some people need the whole month. Then it's like, well, let's do a Google event page. And I'm like, I don't even
Google Maps.
Like I don't even, my brain, I'm one person. I'm doing websites. I'm doing social media. I'm pushing. Because this is my baby. Started from the bottom. Now we're here. So it's like, you have to trust. You have to trust your team. You have to trust your friends, and just know that they can handle this, because they know that it's a passion for you. So now it's a passion for them. So now I sit back sometimes and I just watch, and I be watching my coaches. I watch my friends. I watch my staff, which all 3 of those combination of, traits are one. We're Ducth Divas. If you seen us at an event, you wouldn't even know who the CEO was. But she's always like, I'm the CEO. You know who I am. I'm the CEO. I'm Angie Mosley. I'm the CEO of Ducth Divas. But if you sit back and watch, we're all CEOs.
There you go.
You feel me?
I like that.
And we're finally getting to the point where Angie feels comfortable
Yeah.
if she's not able to make an event, that we got it.
I used to
Like,
be
don't
like,
worry
Yeah, I
about
believe
it.
you.
Like,
She's
you
scared.
go. Like, her son
Yeah.
may have a football thing that she has
Uh-huh.
to go to. And I'll be like, Angie, don't worry about it. We got it.
We got this. Yeah,
That's good.
and that's important. It takes having a strong team. And
Mm-hmm.
speaking of events, what do you guys have going on coming up in the near future? Or if you want to
OMG.
tell the people at home.
Okay, well, we do have a super special event. We're gonna be attending. We're the special guest for the bumper shoot.
Whoop,
It's the
whoop.
50th year anniversary, and it's gonna happen on September 2nd
Okay.
and September 3rd. We're gonna be there popping it. I would just say go all day because it's a music festival and it's
Right.
going to be popping.
Yes.
It's in Seattle. This is going to be the absolute best. Double Dutch Divas will be performing. I'm not going to tell you. I would say in between 12 and 3. So just make it. Don't be late. Don't be tardy to the
Bring your
party.
friends.
Bring your friends. Bring your families. And you have to purchase a ticket. So, just go on bumpershoot.com and try to figure it out. You'll probably see Double Dutch Divas all over the place. You feel me? But just to give a shout out, just because we just had this past event on Sunday, and the event is From the Hood to the Hood, and it's at Powell Barnett Park. And it was the most amazing event ever. It was a back to school event, backpacks, haircuts, food. Double Dutch Divas was there popping it. Auntie Anna was there doing her step. And it's just an amazing annual event that happens every year. And I just want to give props to Deshae Washington because he's a super, super amazing individual that he really needs to be acknowledged out here for all his greatness because he's doing a wonderful job in the community out here. So I just wanted to say that's what's up. And to everybody else that, started with Double Dutch Divas from the bottom, there's a lot of you guys, Michelle Reese, you know what I'm saying? Robin Bird, Latoya, you know what I'm saying? Renee Pierce, Cyan. Absolutely. Cyan is super dope. And for the founder of Girl Trek, Vanessa Garrison, you're my everything. You're my inspiration. And Morgan, you're my man. You're everything as well. And to my mom and dad, Linda and Lonnie Mosley, you guys put in work for your daughter. You know what I'm saying? When she goes bananas, my mom is my calm, but my dad is my hyphy. So, I don't know. And this is the reason why sometimes I don't like to name drop because I miss a lot of people.
But you know who you are.
But yeah, you know who you are. Lakima Bells are out there. You know what I'm saying? She's great in the community. Johnny Williams, he's great in the community. There's a whole bunch of everybody's out there. Oh my God. I can't say no more.
Well, can you say one more thing? Can you let people at home know how they can get in contact with Double Dutch Divas?
Man, you better Google us. Like I tell,
one more time. Tell me.
Google Double Dutch Divas. We're out there, but you can also. We have websites. We have several. We got Double Dutch Divas LLC at. Well, that's the email. So Double Dutch Divas at yahoo.com.
Okay.
That's our email.
You can hire us.
And you can hire us for birthday parties.
Anything.
Okay.
Double Dutch Divas LLC.org, Double Dutch Divas LLC.com, and then Amped Up 3D is the nonprofit. So Amped Up 3D is the mothership for Double Dutch Divas.
Yes.
So we're out there, you guys. We're good, positive individuals. We provide services, Double Dutch services. Jamila is her. I'll let Jamila say who she is. But we have a lot of greatness going on. So we could be your counselor. We could be your life coach. We build websites on the go. It might not be professional.
It's on the go. You guys
I
do
want
it all.
to say one thing. If we are not already at your child's school and you want us there, to contact the school, contact the after school program. We've done multicultural events at schools. They hire us to do a lot of different things or even just come to the after school program. So if we're not there already and you want us there, let them know and we will be there.
Absolutely.
Yes, they will.
Boom,
And
boom, 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 boom.
I want to thank you guys for taking time out your busy schedule, enlightening the people at home and myself the importance of staying active in community and looking out for others and not just yourself. So that's what we represent here on Seattle Connected. So I thank you guys so much for coming by, Miss Angie, Jamila, and Miss Melanie, wise beyond her
The wise one.
years. And for all of you at home, if you missed anything, you can always send me a message at Seattle Connected 206 on all platforms, and then I'll give you their information. But you can just rewind this beautiful interview and then see how you can get in touch with the Ducth Divas. And please support, spread the word, support. This is important. Do it not just for yourself, but for others. And once again, I would like to say it's important to take care of others, but please make sure you take time to take care of yourself. Until then, stay connected. Peace.